Do 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 do. Happy feeling. Two completely different songs. I know. From deep in my soul. All right. Welcome to the den. Give me just a moment. Just a moment. So I'm gonna cut this fan. It's a little toastier in here. I don't know why. This the it gets to cranking when it's ready to roll. Give me just one moment. Hello, all you lovely people. I hope everybody's doing good. And what is going on? So, anyway, yeah, this is the den. That's how that works. Well, I try to get this thing going for whatever reason it's not cooperating. There we go. There we go. Yes, yes. Make sure you have your strap when you're posting these YouTube streets because it can get dangerous. Anyway, welcome to the den, man. Hey, I am your host. I'm your host, Ed Honcho, man. I'm glad you could be here wherever you may be in the world. I thank you for taking the time to to join this conversation, man. Right? And like I said, there's a lot to talk about, and I'm laughing. I'm laughing because somebody said I look like an Apache in in the comments. So there's that. But anyway, thank you for being here, Den. The Den. What is a den? I've always tried to come up with these different names for the den, and I think that what does it stand for, right? It really didn't stand for nothing. It was a fucking pothead channel, Kush Den. But I think now it's discussing everyday narratives, right? It's got to mean something. I know you're like, well, where's the honcho mug? It's in the fucking dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? And it's running late, so I had to use the generic mug. Let's see what we got joining us in the conversation tonight, man. And I keep forgetting to look at the right camera. So let's see who we're having the conversation this evening. And we got plenty to talk about. As you see by the title, as you see by the title, there's definitely some conversation that's going to be had tonight. And then I'll crank open the Denline. And I'm not sure if Miss Grace is in here, but I believe Miss Grace was the one trying to call last night. And I like I said, it just got late, and I didn't get a chance to get to it. I'm not gonna lie, tapped out off the stream. Might have fell out the bed, but so I want to make sure Miss Grace wants to get in tonight. I definitely want to make sure she has a say so. But let's see what we got joining us. John, my favorite New Yorker. In a film like, is there a sequel to Escape from New York? I think there is. So if not, we'll do part three starring John. We got to get John out of New York, man. Protect John at all costs. Miss Bell, Northern style. I feel as though you're misrepresenting yourself with the name, the Southern style, because again, I don't know what else is Southern style. Uh, Southern style fried chicken. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like you're misrepresenting without the sweet tea. So still got love for you, Miss Bell. So it's all good. Broderick is here. Washington in the building. Ah, Blackabell. Travis Damasio, what's the motherfucking deal? Heidi. Hello, Heidi. How are you? Mark Poole, keeping it cool. Holy Grad. What's the motherfucking deal? Do 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 do. Yes, and I've made the bot my honcho name instead of the den. So if y'all see Ed Honcho on the thing, it's just the bot instead of the den being the bot. Brandon Anderson, what's the motherfucking deal? Doctor, is there a doctor in the house? Shit, I'm hit. Dr. D Kenobi, what's the motherfucking deal? Good to see you, man. So, like I said, it's a conversation that needs to be had, and it's almost kind of segueing off of some of last night's conversation, right? And last night's conversation was, is it over for black men in America? And looking at it from both angles, their own behavior being their detriment, and then, the options becoming extremely limited, right? So, yesterday's video, what it was, all of a sudden a bunch of comments come in. See some chick in there commenting, well, oh,
$5. Support black businesses. Tip my dog Honcho. And hit the like button.
appreciate the love. Shout out to Aggravated Ego. Um, no, I didn't. I did not do the research on the chicken bone broth. I got off here, uh, and I talked about it for like a brief second. I was saying I had it because I wrote it down in my notes, and I told my old lady like we got to get some bone broth, and that was the gist of the conversation. But shout out to Dan, the man with the plan. I appreciate the support, and I appreciate you being a part of the den. Because I'm telling you, Dan, look, we gonna get Dan start on Dan podcast. Dan got something to say. um, no, I haven't played Elden Ring, man. Because like I said, I know a lot of people talk about those Souls games, and I'd never played one. And I seen everybody on it, and my buddy Tin Man told me it was a little bit easier than the Dark Souls, but still a very fun and challenging game. So he said you definitely enjoy it. He feels like it was game of the decade. So I'll probably end up getting on it because I ended up catching a deal on something else and buying that instead. But once I beat that, I'll probably end up jumping on Elden Ring to check it out. Uh, is there not much glory? I think it depends on. I think it depends on what side you're on. Yes, it's the peep because you want to make sure what's on the other side is what's supposed to be on the other side, Heidi. That's why you got to check first. Otherwise, very bad situation. Oh, I got the story to tell, but I'm not going to tell it here because it's crazy. Not really crazy, but it's kind of crazy. Um, Let me see. It was your first Souls game. Highly recommend. Okay, bet that. Definitely need to check it out. Yeah, these are. This is just from like a generic picture that I got with these Xbox controllers. So all my controllers are black. Well, I got two black ones and a blue one because I'm racist. That's why I got black controllers. But let's get into it, man. So some of the comments. I guess I caught a couple of comments from last stream, and somebody said, "Oh, it's a L because Cam Newton has 7 kids." One, how y'all be like it be the most sports fan appearing people that be knowing the most about these celebrities and athletes. You wonder why, right? People don't look like they watch any kind of sports, but they do. I've followed Cam for a long time. I told y'all I had a homegirl when Cam was first coming out that they tried to claim the chick that they tried to claim was his girlfriend. They was putting all over TMZ and MTO and all that. That's a good friend of mine. She had no idea who it is. That's why I look at the media, like especially a lot of this gossipy black media is the worst because they just say some anything. She's like, it was just a random dude that she took pictures with in the hotel, had no idea who he was. And they called her all kind of Becky's, and she's Hispanic. They said, "Oh, he's got the Becky, and this, and Cam is doing this." Like, that's what gossip gets you, right? And so, anywho, I have no idea. I didn't even know Cam had kids, right? Like, all I know is Cam dresses like a mix of Crocodile Hunter or Crocodile Dundee and Whitney Houston. Before or after powder, I don't know. Anyway, um, so that's funny that these people know this much about it. But my deal, so my response was just like, well, the kid's taken care of. Because I'm pretty sure if there was an issue, as much as Cam talks, well, has said things, interviews with Brittany Renner and all that other stuff, I'm pretty sure one of these disgruntled baby mamas would have came out and complained and used that as a platform to get some fame, right? Multiple women or not. Is the man handling it like, I don't care if the man has 100 children, as long as he's taking care of them in the way they need be. And some other goofy comes out of nowhere talking about, well, what kind of care are we talking about, right? It's like government required care or, being there every night doing homework. One, do you want Cam Newton teaching you, like, do that do your go to for homework? Or would you say, hey, Pops, give me a tutor, right? I mean, is Cam the guy? You're going to, I'm not saying that he's stupid. Like I don't know his level until I don't know he made on his SATs, anything like that. I'm just saying, pretty sure he could afford. I'm pretty sure those kids are probably in private schools, depending on their age, and I'm pretty sure they got tutoring if needs be. They're not missing out on Cam being there to do help them with their homework every night. Okay, now you know who else is not there every night? And again, I have to tell you that there. Firefighters aren't home every night. On the road truckers aren't home every night. You ever heard of construction workers working turnarounds? You've been gone for weeks, if not months, at a time. Sometimes longer than that, depending on the job, right? And you all over the place. Not home every night. But these men take care of their families. You know what's actually super funny about the construction deal, and I don't know if it applies with trucking too. I wouldn't be surprised. And I know plant operators because a shout out to Cushington. I remember he's the one who put me on it and told me that. Like these men work so much and they make great money, work so much. Over half of their marriages, and I guess it's on par with America, period, of the marriages end up in divorce because the wives leave them, right? Because they're not home enough. I'm sure they're enjoying all the lovely benefits that they get from this man working these hours, busting his ass to provide for the family, but he's not there enough. That's why it's like a running joke in a lot of these. I need to shave. I got this like little 14-year-old Mexican boy mustache thing going on. That a lot of these communities, Jody's at the house, right? Jody going out the back door while you coming in the front door. That's like a running joke because it's so prevalent, right? Man out there handling his business, working hard for his family, working 12, 7 12s, 14 days straight. You might get the one off, depending on what field you're in. I think that's an OSHA rule. Working out of town, away from family, out of comfort, you living in trailers, or if you got a travel trailer or a hotel or whatever it is, and you don't do nothing in that motherfucker but sleep because you're so damn tired from working all day, depending on where you're working at. But life is at home. I'm not having fun. I'm not happy. I need a divorce. Let me take half the money that you work and bust your ass for, because I'm not happy. But that's okay. That makes sense to y'all. Like, what y'all gotta understand is going to happen. And I know y'all like, going cool. The den's back on. We're going back nightly. It's smoke season. Okay, it's smoke season, and I want all the smoke y'all have to provide. Like, usually the den we're in a lot of agreement, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes that can be too easy. We need more. I need more challenge. I need to be, you know, hey, if I'm wrong, call me out and let's have a discussion. Haven't had that in a while. I don't think we've had a good beef argument since last time I talked to Miss Meat, right? And that's the damn problem. So, like I said, I want all the smoke because it's no more Mr. Nice Guy. We're in a state of turmoil, and we've been in a state of turmoil in the black community. I told y'all the state of Black America from the national, the urban, was the National Urban League, talking about, oh, it's dire. So it's been dire, and it's niggas' fault because niggas don't want to own up and acknowledge what's true, right? We just want to continue to cater. We got to get the Republicans out. It's the Republicans doing it. What the fuck is not? You're doing it to your goddamn self. Anyway, so it's time to start calling it like it is because it's just motherfuckers are just letting the nonsense fly, and I'm tired of it, right? And it is time to start nipping that shit in the butt. So it's smoke season, and I want it all. Lovely Miss Sarah Lou, there you go. Do 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 do. You said if you handed that, wow, you're a terrible personality. Schmicky, good to see you. Do 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 do. And if I may have missed anybody else, then hey, well, I apologize. But so I want to show y'all something. I told y'all about the Pam thing last night, right? And I love me some Pam. Like I always thought Pam was way finer than Gina. You know what I'm saying? And Pam still get the business. Let me stumble into an opportunity, right? Set of circumstances, of course. Let me get that hall pass. But anyway, I'm going to show you guys something, right? And it's sad. It's sad. This is something similar. This is not the same thing I, went over with Dan the other day. We were just chopping up in the Discord. This is basically the state of black relationships, right? And it's a simple question. And I've come to learn that there's alphabet blacks and these woke feminist blacks, which is super stupid. Um, they're claiming that emasculation is not a real thing. Of course, if you're already emasculated, you've decided to be emasculated. Yeah, you're not going to think it's a real thing. Um, you're not contributing to the cause, right? You got to keep the population growing, right? You're not a benefit. And I say black men, you have no allies because straight black men, you have no allies because the gays hate you, the black woman hates you, and other races, as expected, should be looking out for their own, right? And I don't think a man of another race is going to encourage you to come in and take his woman, right? That just wouldn't be ideal. So you're standing on this thing all along because the black women have sided with the gays, right? They feel like they're buddies, but we've talked about how stupid they are because the G's and the T's want to replace you. The L's want to take you, right? Convince you into some other stuff. I don't know what the B's are doing. I have no idea. They're doing everything, I guess. But these are your allies, even though they're kind of doing you in. But hey, at least you got somebody to gossip with, somebody you got to go sip drinks with in the club, right? And all that stuff. You got people to fight with after the club. Buddies, you got all that, right? That's what matters. But I'm gonna show you this, right? So it's just the black man alone, honestly. And I'm not saying I think men as a whole across the spectrum, nobody cares about men's problems, right? But even within the straight black man, you also have another issue. There's a divide even within that because you got the man that wants to be stand up, provider, protector, you know, to grow, to build. And then you have the little demon dudes, right? And here's my deal: like a person who actively claims, like I'm a demon. I don't care if you talk about she on demon time in that desirous way. I want nothing to do with you, right? Like words are very powerful. I'm a firm believer. Why do I have this on my head? I'm a firm believer in the power of words, right? And so I don't even joke like, oh, I'm a demon. He was a demon on the bed. Like that's not even a joke to me, right? But so many people, like I said, black folks are the biggest followers of anything. So one person said, now everybody does it. Like it's not the culture. This is not the culture. It's one person said something, and you got a bunch of copycats copied. Oh well, black person said it, so it's black culture. Stupid shit. So there's a divide within the like I said, in the straight black male side too. So I mean, like I said, it's a very small group, right? And then I would even say there's another divide maybe between your white collar and blue collar mindset, right? And that could be your liberal and conservative types, and of course it's not all in one. There's the mixture, but there's a lot of divides, right? And so, as a black man in this country, you stand alone because there's no BLM, there's no group that's out there pushing the advancement of blacks. It's only black women. Cadillac. Niggas been riding Cadillac. I don't need. I've just recently started seeing women drive Cadillacs. Maybe old white women probably drive Cadillacs, old Cadillacs, after their husbands had died out. But it was always a nigga thing. It was always kind of a mannish thing, right? I don't think Cadillacs are considered feminine cars. And I might be wrong. You say I'm wrong about that if I am. But Cadillac goes sponsors one of the BLM people. All the people who lead BLM, all alphabet women that clearly hate men, yet using the dead bodies of black men to buy mansions and steal money, right? And fund, elections and other shit. And then get played as expected. Oh, Biden didn't talk to you. You got played because that's, of course, what was going to happen. You're a puppet. And as most of these wokey woke, feminist, whatever types are, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm gonna go through this this stuff, and I want y'all to just see how sad the current state of affairs is. And again, I don't 100% believe in internet women or internet people, period. But people run to the internet, especially anonymously, to be able to get away and say things they really truly want to say and feel that they're not going to say in real life, and that's dangerous. Especially a coward. A coward person is dangerous because they'll do things in a way. They'll say things. They'll say one thing. They'll appear to be doing one thing, but in reality, there's an ulterior motive, and those are the most dangerous people on the fucking planet, right? And so you got to be careful. You gotta be very cautious of those types. I'm trying to make sure I got it big. Uh, appreciate the love, Dan. Say black lesbian millionaires. Um, yeah. Oh, I hope I didn't delete the video. I might have put it in the thing, but I showed the video. I put it in the Discord about the chick talking about how Margaret Sanger,
BLM
there
equals
was an
black
agent
lesbian millionaires.
and infiltrated, that black feminist movement. And they were talking about if the Black Panthers could admit that, hey, they were infiltrated and acknowledge it. Black feminists are so arrogant and they think they're so much smarter that it just couldn't happen. Y'all have been puppets the entire time. Y'all didn't even start your own thing. You just co-opted something else. And again, when the white lady got tired of it, she went back to her man, and they did what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Um, toot, 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 toot. Hey, we don't support. Look, real niggas. Well, not real niggas support George Floyd. Real black men do not support any kind of idolization of George Floyd. Right? Oh, no, that's that. No, 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 no. Don't show the chat. That's not what I want to see. That's what I'm looking for. My bad. Pam, still fine, boy. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Let me do something. Let me do something dangerous. That's what I'm looking for. Give me 1 second. I got to switch it. It switched to the wrong channel. Okay, here we go. And Vanguard, that Elon Musk and Twitter thing. That's if I wasn't on my black kick tonight, I'd definitely be talking about that. All right. Let me get out the way. Let me move myself right here. Is this me? No, that's not me. Um, it, like my mouse does this thing sometimes. It's a nice mouse, but it's very janky. I think maybe my hand is over aggressive with the mouse or something. Sometimes the clicks get weird. Or I could have fucked it up. There we go. All right. All right. All right. Here I am in the corner. Let me grab the controller. Let's get over again. All right. Anyway, let me stop goofing off. Okay. So, honest question. What can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? And I gave it a likey like. I told y'all about quote tweets and the thing called a ratio. I kind of told y'all, I mentioned that with y'all yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually surprised. Some of the top tweets have changed, right? But this was one of the top. We as black women are not responsible for the image that black men have created for themselves. I wish people would stop placing this responsibility on us. Again, for whatever reason it may be, black women dominate the heads of household, right? In America when it comes to black folks. And it's weird how many gays are in this conversation, right? Like gay people and transgender people. I don't think this is a conversation. Y'all got y'all whole out. Like that's the thing when they always talk about other people, like they're always in everybody else's business. But it is what it is. We'll get to that. I'm just gonna say, hey, let's play it fair, but we don't get fair treatment. Like so, if you're raising the majority of the kids, and you say, well, what about the dads where they're not in the home? Which is true. I'm not absolving them of their responsibility of being parents, but we know a lot of these, a lot of these get with the Pookies and the Ray Rays, and Pookie done got locked up, Ray Ray done got locked up, Ray Ray dead or whatever it is in the street, or he got 5 or 6 other ones. Like when do we start holding women accountable for making the bad decisions in men that they make? Because all these kids aren't products of rape or all this nonsense. You opened it up, you took the latch off the snatch, and you let them in. And obviously, as a person who's making bad life decisions, probably in the streets and everything else, probably no protection, probably All ski ski, right? Whatever. No plan B. Here we are. I mean, that's what I don't understand. Like, that's what I really don't understand. Like, with plan B, like as prominent as like why are accidental births still happen? Like that's super crazy. You made a decision. Anyway, um, just want you to keep the narrative of black masculinity that's been used to justify generations of brutality against us. This is a gay person. Don't belong in the conversation. This is the video I was talking about, the Gloria Steinem thing, right? And this girl goes in and talks about a lot of that. That's not our job. And they want to show Mano. What does that have to do? What does that have to do? What does Mano have to do with black women helping out some? See, that's what I'm saying. Like, and every time you have this conversation with them, they turn the scenario into something that it's not about. Like, you can't have a conversation with a black woman these days about an issue or a problem that you have with black women, because then it's always what about isms. Well, what about white women? Or what about black men? What about, like, and it's always like, okay, everybody has their own thing. But at this point in time, we're talking about you. Like, we can never address the issue. We'll never resolve the issue if we don't talk about it. I can't go save whatever white women issues they got. I'm not in them circles, right? And whatever else is going on. Like, so that's the problem. It never gets resolved because you're always trying to kick the can down the road. Memes. Hotep Jesus. I follow Hotep Jesus. I find him very amusing. Like I said, what about us black women? Where's the protection and respect? See what I'm saying? It's always what about it? Like, I hadn't even seen this. What aboutism? All this stuff gets thousands of likes. Thousands of likes. Black women, these are the same ones who get mad at. There was like, let's just say Black Twitter's a toxic, terrible place, because there was a whole beef about the Cam Newton talk about cooking thing, right? Like, you don't want to cook for your man. Like, you just want to eat out all the time. What does he need you for? Like, like, if you do nothing, you don't want to do anything, but you expect to be protected and exalted and all of this stuff, right? And the respect is out the window, because all black women do is twerk. At this point, like, that's all they do is twerk. I just seen a video, dude at the hookah bar. They play back that ass, and this dude looks so depressed because every woman started twerking. They all on the couch, bitch, and foot that fell off the couch and touched him on the arm. He looking disgusted. Like, I feel the same way. Twerking is so fucking low class trash now. Like, there's nothing sensual about it. Everybody and their mama do it, and it's like, it's not even appealing. It's like, this is all you know how to do, and it's not even that good. Give me one of them Latinas with the hip, Give me one of the Hawaiians with the, like. That's way more intriguing than you sitting there looking like a fucking dog that just didn't complete his task. You know how the dogs, they bit, when the male dog, when they want to hump, they in heat or whatever, and they just you catch them humping on the couch or whatever, and they in trouble. They trying to stop, but it's still just going. That's what the fuck they look like. You look like a bunch of fucking dumb dogs, right? And it's disgusting. But yet, as I'm talking, you see the numbers are going up on this shit, right? And going up on this shit. And again, nothing. This shit right here don't have me pissed off. I'm not gonna lie. And this is where I say we don't have allies. I'd beat this nigga's ass. He married that first and foremost. Like, and then he deemed himself like that. But look at all the friends, right? Look at all the friends you got with that, because she's probably one of those, hood white girls. But look at all the friends that are black. We talked about some physical attributes and all that. Um, then I guarantee this guy is gay. Trans women, gay men portrayed in media, independent black women. None of this emasculates me. My manhood ain't that fragile. How do black women aid in the emasculation? Because they encourage the gays. Like I said, again, we can go down this thing, and they talking about, the Brooklyn guy, that he was anti-black and all this whatever. I don't think that plays too much to anything. But this was a comment that I like. He said these comments are crazy, but if this system was successful in getting rid of all black men today, what do you think they're going to do with black women? You think they're going to marry y'all, protect y'all, and accept y'all as equal in this system? Then this goofy, I'm going to go ask Serena and Eve and see what they say, right? And so my deal is I gotta finish my comment. Millions of black women in America, you want to name two. Y'all love you now, as Nora. Let me go ahead and address this live on. Well, I can be a bit of an asshole. Yes, we're live tweeting. I can name more. You name one. Like this is what I'm saying. The outline. Like this is why I say you can't have conversations with them people, right? You can't. This is what I'm saying. Is just like everybody has a role to play in it, right? Because again, black men get no say so. Like when we talk about Democrats, right? And then this is going political a little bit. We talk about Democrats and why no straight black man should be voting Democrat, right? No straight black man should be voting Democrat because you can't name a straight black male leader within the Democratic Party, right? The one they tried to promote, the one they was pushing y'all so tough. You think, especially when motherfuckers talking about all the orgies and shit happening in Washington, you think the motherfuckers didn't know that he was a Obama, the ones who had allegations of gay relationships in college. Obama's accordingly. And here's the thing. Here's the funny thing about Obama, because we as black folks we have this special terminology for black, right? Special terminology for black. You got to be an American black. That's only black. You can't be Jamaican or African. Africans ain't black. Right. This is the American black mentality. Africans ain't black. If you're not an American, you're not really black. Even though we got the same fucking skin tone from a distance, we're observed the same way. So according to which is so wild, because according to most blacks, Obama's not even black, right? Because his daddy's African. He was raised by a white woman, so daddy wasn't even really in the picture like that. And then who was it? Barry, what his name? Whatever his name was, Satoro or something like that. My deal is like, y'all don't even like these people. Most black folks don't even vibe with Africans. And he was raised by a white woman. So that's probably where most of the benefit came from. But yeah, these are the same people who hate white men. But he played the game and he played the role. And again, he's an African American, right? And he's not black by most people's standards. Interesting. Um, do 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 do. Eve. Yeah, that's Eve and Serena, right? And then what was it with Eve that they ain't even? I think her the kids didn't like him or nothing like that. Like again, these outliers. Eve was what stripper turned rapper turned billionaire wife or whatever. Celebrities, right? She talking about my daughter. I don't know if it could be a fucking meth head. She could be married to. Who the fuck knows, right? Like it is what it is. Um, mm, 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 mm. Michael Robinson. Mm, interesting. I heard it was white men, but that's a whole nother story. But anywho, yeah, like I said, it's like, bro, all that being said, and even Obama, like that's why I say I got questions about him, because what he was in Africa trying to push the gauge. Like what straight dude is out here just pushing and promoting homosexuality? I'm not saying to go attack it. I'm not saying go and beat up gay. I'm not saying to do any of these things. But what straight man promotes homosexuality? He's like, yeah, you guys should be more pro gay. I've never seen it. Got questions, right? Um, Again, my whole deal is just this, bro. Like I said, you got a million groups, you got people encouraging, you got people promoting and pushing, hey, alphabet, this, that, and the third. And the black male representation is always thrown into the alphabet, like they get the 2 for 1, right? Well, we can throw a gay guy in there and he's black, so we've two birds, one stone. Ah, yes. Got it, right? So I was sitting there thinking, and maybe y'all can enlighten me because I'm not hip to all the Disney movies. We know what time Disney's on right now. But is there a black boy male star of a Disney movie in any of these cartoons? Now, are we counting Simba as black? Like is that because it was in Africa? Like is that what we're doing? You know what I'm saying? Like where is where is the iconic black character in the Disney movie, black male character in the Disney movies? They went and made the what was the Frog Princess, I think, was the black chick. You know what I'm saying? Only the Lion King, right? Yes, Jonathan Taylor Thomas is white. The Soul Guy wasn't he gay? Wasn't that about a gay movie or something? Look. I have anything new. I definitely haven't seen it, and again, I'm just saying. They promote. We need more gay stuff. We need more this, that, and the third. Well, where's the representation for the straight black boys who want to grow up to be fathers and grow up to be men and grow up to be protectors, right? Because black women holler representation all day long. It matters. Representation, representation, right? Well, where's our representation? Because the only black men you see on TV are rappers, athletes, and homosexuals. Was Black Panther a Disney movie? Or Disney on Marvel? I don't know. I don't know. Creed, are you giving us Michael B. Jordan, Heidi? Is that what you're doing? They canceled Michael B. Jordan, didn't they? I thought the black women canceled Michael B. Jordan because I think he was dating a white chick or something like that. I don't know. The crowd and Dumbo was black. So I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying. The Proud Family? Oh, man. Then aren't they bringing that back on some like other shit now? Like, I wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, like I said, I say all this to say, like, as a black man, we have to tighten up though. That's actually a good thing that there are no allies. And this is what I say about things across the board. But that's why I say, well, I loved it when Trump was in, and a litany of other problems. Because when you give these crutches, when you give this false sense of support and all of this stuff, people let their guards down. They respond in a weakened way. You know what I'm saying? Or they get comfortable. I'm out here telling you, as a black man, one, if you're planning on procreating or whatever it is, you better act now, right? Like now. If you try to find the one, lock it down. I'm not even telling you get a black woman. I'm telling you get a chick who is fucking with you for you, right? Because you saw how proud that chick was about my daughter dates a white man. I know some white man. I guarantee you, I'd probably bet my life on it that she gets angry when black men date white women. We didn't even get a black female. That's what I'm saying. Like uh, 007, a black woman, right? How do you just elbow some random offbeat chick nobody's ever heard of? All right, I'll take Frozo. I'll take Frozo. Where's my super suit? Um, Anything Samuel L. solidified, but it's like, bro. And again, like I say, it's good, but niggas need to wake up and realize like we are alone. If you find you a decent, but you better covet that, protect that at all costs. Don't ever let her hang out with other single women. Like, period. I mean, whatever race you are, you probably should let her ever hang out with single women. But letting them hang out with black single women is the worst decision that you could fucking make. One, because all of them fucking single. But two, they will undermine your relationship just to see you unhappy. You cooking for your man? Couldn't be me. It won't be you. That's why you're fucking single. That's why you go stay fucking single, fucking forever, because y'all got these fucking, like, you're too good for some of the just basic shit. Like, who the fuck is too good to cook? Who the fuck is too good to cook? Like, who do you think you are? And if you have that mentality, like, I could already imagine, they all got fucking kids. I can already imagine what your fucking kids look like. You fill them full of this fucking chemically processed lab food, and you wonder why they fucking come out looking like lab rats. Because you don't fucking cook. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously you don't watch on Mondays. Heidi, you need to watch on the Fox 26 app on Mondays. And I'm not on television. Oh, I'm on a television now. I'm in a television here. But Wise Man, what's the motherfucking deal? No, that's what I'm saying. It's just like there's like, come on, we all know Disney's super cheap, and they've stolen a bunch of shit. And hoes just eat tigers and shit. They literally, what like I said, if I can find that video of old buddy dog, like I'm the same way. That's what I'm telling you, dog. Y'all think I'm bullshitting. More than three, I will not be. Right. That's why even when I went to the craft burger, that bitch was great. Like that's the kind of black owned places I will support because honestly, you go in there, but you don't even know it's black owned because it's not oh black everything. Ah. It's about the fucking food, right? It's black owned, but Hispanic employed. That's the funny thing about it. Awesome customer service. Yes, free promo. But there was more than three black folks inside, so me and my family we ate outside. We ate on the outside tables. Y'all think I'm fucking joking? I'm not playing. Like I am serious about that. Like, because I'm telling y'all, it's not a game out here, right? I'm mitigating all my risks. Excellent burger. Another spot, great spot, black on spot. That's my dog. If you ever get a chance, go there. Black on spot. Customer service second only to Chick Fil A, right? I mean, like 1A, 1B. Um, but again, like I say, so as black men, you have no allies, you have no friends. You know, and in reality, other races of women at this point, if we're talking about as a whole, and there's gonna be some motherfuckers mad, I really don't care because y'all know me. I've always thought, oh, you should be, whatever. My preference is, I'm gonna be with a black woman. That's just what it is. Uh, but again, I've already wiped the majority of them out. As soon as I say natural, now I'm down to like 7%. And so I got a real small pool to work with, right? Um, and so, like I said, it's just I tell you, go where you're treated best. And I'm telling you, except for the weirdos like that dude, gonna get with these like here's what I can't stand. Like nigga, if you gonna go get you a white girl, why the fuck would you get a ghetto white girl? That's so stupid. Like why? Why get a ghetto white girl? Like I don't comprehend. Go get you an authentic one. Go get you a real deal. You know, small, maybe like one or two small tattoos. Yeah, like niggas just be out here dating niggas with pussies, basically. That's what motherfuckers is out here doing, dog. They out here dating niggas with fucking pussies. Bitches wearing fucking Jordans and sagging and fucking tatted up. Bitches got grills in and fucking rapping like niggas. Like, you sure this bitch straight? Is she not a stud? Like, what's going on here? Like, I can't. Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna tell it. No, let me lie. That's not a den story. I almost spilled my drink. I told this story in the Discord about a honcho of a different age, and let me tell you. But anyway, I say all this shit, and it's not to be demeaning, but it's just like, what happened to standards, dog? Like, we've got to this point where you shouldn't shame people. You shouldn't, do this. You shouldn't slut shame. Well, hey, I'm a professional promoting prostitute. Now I got AIDS. You shouldn't shame. Well, you put yourself in a situation where you kind of caused it on. I'm not shaming, but point it out. Like you're doing stuff that is detrimental to your benefit. And here's the real thing. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, and I'm gonna open up the line. Right. The white feminists did an excellent job pulling the wool over the black feminist eyes. They win again. Um, got them believing that black men, one, the patriarchy is the stupidest shit I've ever. Like, bitch, get your ass out there and go fight the war then. Like, bitch, get your ass out there and go fucking. Yeah, I need to get my shit done. Bitch, get your ass out there and go. Like, I've never seen a chick on the back of a garbage truck, right? Like, if it was up to women, especially black women, like, you understand? Like, they say the streets of New York be trash and everything. Like, could you imagine if it was the responsibility of black women in America to get trash picked up, like where we would be. You know what I'm saying? Like where we would be. Be in a bad way. It'd be in a real bad way. The shit would not get done. Like, so what is the patriarchy? Oh, men doing the jobs that women can't do, won't do. That's the patriarchy. Because I don't think anybody's stopping anybody from doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So again, it is what it is. Really, I would love to see it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it. And even like when you're in like even in like construction, when I work turnaround and stuff, generally, what are they? Hole watches, fire watches. You just sit there with the little horn just in case something goes wrong, so somebody else can come help and take care of the problem. You know, I mean, it's a safety; it's necessary. You need that, but it's like I think I've seen one female welder. You know what I'm saying? But generally, in that situation, if you see a woman, she generally is like, let's say, on some safety shit, like whole watch, fire watch, not doing manual labor, right? You're in the arena, you see the jobs that are available. You know, why not? Why not do that? But again, patriarchy is this goofy ass thing that somebody made up, and then these motherfuckers run with it. And then, like I said, it's not real. It's not a thing. The biggest and the strongest go do the hardest and most laborious jobs. They go handle the tasks that no one else wants to. The people that don't have the ability to carry life for 9 months go out and feed that life, protect that life, fight so that that life can exist, right? So that's who goes fights the wars. That's who goes and builds the roads. That's who goes and fucking does all the things that nobody else wants to do. Picks up the trash. And then now you got women who celebrate the ability to destroy that life, and black women especially. I think Dan hit me with the stat. I think it was yesterday where he said that what was it? I think in New York that it was more black babies aborted than born. It's a lot of niggas in New York. That's what they're fighting for. That's the black woman now fights for the right to kill the black child. They already don't want to raise them. We seen the motherfuckers letting the motherfuckers fight last night, and I had a litany of videos I was gonna show. They said I wasn't even gonna show no videos today, but it's a sad state of affairs, and here we are. They got what's his name, Eric Adams, right? So they're winning with that. Yeah, weeds before kid. I the modern black woman, the modern black woman values some cut off white lady's hair, some cut off Brazilian lady's hair more than they value the modern kid. Remember a while back the video with the chick in the rain just got her hair done and she put her baby on top of her head to cover her hair from getting wet. This is a real thing. I guarantee she wouldn't be the only one, right? Anyway. Doodly 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 doo. I'm about to open up the line. Excuse me. Do 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 do. I'm about to open up the line, and I was hoping to see Miss Grace. So, like I said, I believe it was Miss Grace that was trying to call in yesterday, and I wanted to give her a chance, but I don't believe she's in here this evening. Um, do 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 do. Yeah, we was terrible. Look, I'm not dating no chick that wears weave, bro. I look, yeah, I come sitting and watch you wear your mental health problems on your head and call it fashion. That's what I'm supposed to do. This looks good. It looks like a mental health problem. It looks like a problem, an argument waiting to happen. Bitches pay rent to put that shit in their heads, right? That's the kind of shit that goes on. Well, it is what it is, right? And again, where does that money go? Straight to the Asians. Doesn't get recycled in the black community. Give it to my beautician. You think your beautician makes the fucking hair? Where do you think the beautician goes and buys that shit from? the fucking Asian store next door to her shop. That's where she fucking goes and gets it from. But they're not the problem. There's no issue with that. Billions of fucking dollars out of the community going right next door. But then y'all will complain like, look, motherfuckers will complain about the Asians, and I have no issue with that. Do what you gotta do, get your money. They'll complain about the Asians, Arabs and stuff like that in the community. Oh, they're taking up the community store. They're the company. Nigga, you wasn't finna open up no fucking convenience store anyway. Two, you ain't got the plug on the hair shop. You wouldn't open up no beauty supply store. Like, shut your ass up. And they'll get mad about, like I said, the Asian chicken wing spot. They'll get mad about the convenience store. What else they got? Maybe the laundromat. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe I don't know. Whatever. They'll complain. Oh, the Asian people they coming in here. They taking all our money because they've been. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of real estate. You could open your own store. Why don't you? Because you have no intention. You just want to complain about the fucking shit and not really do nothing about it. And again, like I said, I'm not mad at that. But then you'll take all your money. I've never seen a black woman complain about the presence of a beauty supply store ran by Asians. Now they may complain about the Asian, they treat you like this, treat you like that, but they're not complaining about it being there. I've seen plenty of niggas complain about Asian store owners, having stores in the hood. Never in my life have I ever heard a black woman complain about a fucking beauty supply weave manufacturer being in the hood. Like I said, they might say, "Oh, they rude there," and you still go back in there and shop. You still go back there and give them their money. You still go back in there and fucking, do all that fucking shit and don't even think twice about it. So, like I said, it's really an unfortunate situation all the way around. And as a whole, there's nothing that can be done. Like it's over. And so me, I'm ranting and complaining about it, and there's no resolution. I just say this to bring realization to the black men who, may not be aware, may still be committed to this belief because it's like I said, black men, they love their mothers, their sisters, their cousin. Look, how many niggas in jail right now that threw their life away because they love their female family member? She told them some dumb shit and they went fuck somebody else up over it and they lost their life, right? How many dumb niggas then ran behind a girlfriend who say some nigga was doing something to her, some nigga she was probably fucking on, and nigga done something stupid and she fucking on somebody else. Ain't even putting no money on your books. It is what it is. So that's my thoughts. That's my feelings. That's my rant on all of that nonsense. How do you weren't even here yesterday? You know what I'm saying? You were absent. Do you have a note for your absence? Right. But I say all this stuff about allies and things like that, because it's really bigger than it's not. It's bigger than race. You got to find the people who fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Then smorgasbord of backgrounds, ethnicities, people, whatever. I think most of you are pretty good people. A couple of y'all I need a background check on, but for the most part, I think y'all are pretty good people. I fuck with y'all. I don't care what you are. But we put such a heavy thing on this. At this point, like one, as a country, we need to all be trying to survive, but most blacks don't feel like they're Americans for whatever reason, because some other nigga told them some shit like that, and it's only here. And then two, as a person, if you're trying to extend your bloodline, if you're just trying to survive, you need to avoid certain groups, certain people, especially certain women, and you know that is what I would say. Do 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 do. Happy feelings. Oh, hang up at front. Y'all know what I was gonna. I tell you, I got a lot of little interactive things I'm working on, but some of them take a little time to set up. But I'm going to, the shakal will be a thing very soon, and for those of you with pistachios and points, they will not only just be used for betting and gambling, just to acquire them, just to brag on who has the most. Uh, very soon, the pistachios will have functionality within the stream, right? It's just, I gotta use like two or three different programs to do certain things. So You know what it is, but pretty soon the pistachio points will mean stuff, and it will be utilized for interactivity within the stream. And I was thinking about, not thinking about, but what I am thinking about, what I'm going to do is almost something Sandman esque. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Smicky. And I was doing something where, if you got pistachio points, you can first pause. Let's stop. Let's all shout out to Smicky, newest member of the den. You are greatly appreciated. But we where you can kind of, if we get so many, say, somethings, right? So many somethings where y'all have input. So if you like I say, grading call. If a call, somebody calls in, it's a bad call. So many negative deals, and we'll have it where it pops up on stream and stuff like that. We'll maybe hang up or cancel the call or something. Like I say, you guys are gonna have more. We're gonna do a lot of different things. I ain't gonna give away all the secrets. You guys are gonna have a lot more stuff going on. I love the calls too, but I think it'll be more than 25 pistachios. But again, let's see. Do do do. And I thank all of y'all, everybody who's been supporting Dan Man for so long. Man, y'all are greatly appreciated. And look, Heidi, be careful. I mean, Heidi, Sarah, be careful. You can't put that out there. Look, it's gonna be a lot of them BWs coming in. Free baby hairs. They gonna look shit. You might get stabbed for some 500 pistachios. Girl, they over there giving away free baby hairs. All you need is 500 pistachios. They gonna bring real pistachios trying to get the baby hairs. I don't know. I think pistachios, 500 pistachios, real pistachios would probably cost more than the goddamn baby hairs. All right, let's get it shaking, man. 832-397-6087. If you want to call in, you got some thoughts, you got some feelings, some views. I know I've been all over the place, but my main concept is that as black men, we don't have allies in America, and I feel the same way for white guys. But I think white guys have successfully established solid networks for themselves. I don't think as black men we have solid networks. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling into the den this evening? Oh, don't tell me the shit went back to fucking up. It sure did. Hold on. It did the same shit. My bad. If you called in, call back. The fucking goddamn settings reset. It's so stupid. This fucking thing only lets you change it. I guess during the call, because I don't even see where it. Mm, it's got all these extra settings I didn't even see last night. What the fuck is going on? I'm gonna be honest. This shit. This is not the one. This one. This fucking thing. This fucking thing kind of sucks. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, see, it doesn't let you change the sources because yeah, okay, see, I got a bunch of shit going on. So I have multiple microphones, and so I have to switch shit up. But it just goes to some default ass setting for whatever reason. Um, it goes to the mixer for the microphone, and I don't even have a microphone in the mixer. It just believes that there's one there for whatever reason, and so it may be I got to switch shit around. But this shit only lets you change the fucking settings like while you're on a call, which is stupid as shit. Um, so pardon me. So whoever may have called, you may not have been able to hear me. I picked up. You feel free to call back. Hey, look, I'm gonna be honest. If I had that much orange chicken, I wouldn't be giving it away free. I'm a big fan of orange chicken. Um, oh man. See, Miss Sarah got me off track. Uh, no, it's not. Yeah, General So is like, I don't even know, is it General Joe? Like, that's the real dilemma, right? That's the real dilemma. All right, all right, all right. Hold on, give me a second. Let me swap it up. Give me one moment. Let me make sure I got the right audio. Here we go. And that should be it. Hello, can you hear me?
What's going on? If it
What's
ain't one
good?
thing, it's always another.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold on. Who we got calling in here?
What's going on, Huncho? It's D-Love.
I knew mine eyes did not deceive. Nigga, boy, I got some beef with you, nigga. Where the fuck have you been? See, look, we finna talk about this. This ain't even finna be. This is not even finna. Nigga, you didn't. You see. Look, we finna talk about this nigga D Love, right? We finna talk about this nigga right now because people been asking me, wondering, have you talked to D Love? Is he all right? Do you know what happened? D Love, see, he was fucking with us when he was in the military. Soon as this nigga got out the military, this nigga abandoned the den, y'all. He took his keyboard and was never seen again. He probably playing in nightclubs somewhere and don't nobody know where D Love is. What's the motherfucking deal, D Love? How have you been, man?
Man, you got me dying. It ain't even like that, Huncho. Nah, but look, man, it's been busy. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. It's been really busy. Uh, let's see. I'm in college right now.
Okay, good deal.
And I'm in trucking school right now.
Okay.
And I done bought some land and I done did all kinds of crazy stuff.
Man, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
Okay,
man.
okay. D Love doing big things, man. That's what's happening.
Yeah, man, it's good to see that you still in the line. You still talking about these issues.
Yeah, I mean, it's been here and there. We just getting back to the consistent. Look, y'all see, it's gonna be good things happen. D Loved and we ain't heard D Love in so long, man. OG did, folk, man. I actually feel really good. I'm glad to hear from you, man. This is like I say. Sometimes there's been folks that haven't been around for a while, and you just kind of wonder. You're just like, well, I hope folks is all right. Hope everything's going good. So, man, this actually made my evening. I'm glad that you called, man.
Do y'all still do the dance show at the end of the show?
What'd you say
Not
at
the show, but
in the Discord? Yeah. I mean, we try to. You know what I'm saying? We call it the after party. We try to get an after party. It ain't been as active, like I said, because I ain't been as consistent with the den like I need to be. But we getting back on track. So definitely after the stream this evening, we will be in the after party.
All right. Well, it's good to be back.
Okay, good deal. So how do you feel about the topic tonight? Do you think that black men are alone? Do you think that it's a difficult situation in America
Black
today?
men are.
Yeah. Do you feel like black men have allies?
Um, I think black men have allies in terms of who. I mean, I look at myself from the individual perspective. Now, if you're talking about the manosphere, you had a red pill community. Is that what you referring to?
I'm just saying as a whole. Like I say, when you look at like mainstream, because I would think I don't necessarily wouldn't consider manosphere like mainstream, but I think it's something helpful. But I'm talking about like when you got these groups, like I say, that promote alphabet ideologies. You got plenty of groups, promoting pushing black women to the forefront, and all these various, stop Asian hates and all that. Like, is there something like that? Do you feel that actually is looking out for black men?
To be honest with you, Hunter, no, I don't think it is. And not really for men in general, but yeah, the alphabet community, pushing them into the front. I mean, it's just, uh, to me, it's like a bunch of toxic propaganda that is to destroy what you would call the nuclear family or just the functionality of society. So, no, to answer your question, no, I don't think there is anything like that for black men or really men in general. Well, the only thing I could think of is like definitely the red pill community, which I'm not, completely a part of, and I don't agree with everything they push as well. But that's one of the only things I could come up with. To answer your question.
Well, I agree with you because I'm like I said, I'm not fully like I say. There are a lot of good points that are made in the manosphere. There's a lot of good points made in the red pill community, but I wouldn't consider myself all in on that necessarily either. I think there are elements that you have to look at as an individual, see what works best for you. But there's a lot of good advice over there. But again, like I say, you got to kind of take it in your own hands.
Like I say, I watch Steve is cool, but I really watch him just to laugh. 'Cause that dude is funny.
Mm.
Um, yeah, like I said, I don't really watch all of them really enough because, like I said, they push their agendas just like everybody else do.
Mm. I need me an agenda. That's what I need. I need to see. That's where I'm fucking up. I ain't got the right agenda. I need to give me an agenda and start pushing that shit. And that's how we're gonna blow the den up. But okay. So one, I got questions, D Love. Like since it has been a minute, I'm asking you some questions now. First, how much longer you got to go in trucking school?
I'm in my fourth week right now. It's a 6-week course, and
Mm,
I'm about to head into my fifth week. And
okay. And how you
I'm
liking it?
not even gonna lie to you. I'm liking it, man. I'm getting the hang of it, but I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I'm running over tunnels. I'm driving into the ditches. I'm
In a
hitting the
ditch.
curb and all of that.
Oh
Man, I'm
no.
I'm screwing up behind that wheel. Y'all might see me on the news, and I'm just be real honest. Hey, what's your lad? He trucking. He might. I can probably get him to
Yeah.
help me out.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll have to text that nigga. See, Trey, wait, I mean, like he needs some trucker advice. Are you who are you going through for school?
San Jacinto.
Okay, okay. I don't know if you're gonna say something about Swift. True, gonna go crazy if you say Swift. Um, but okay, that's what's up though, man. So what made you want to get in? That's not something I expected from D Love, man. What made you want to get into the trucking?
Man, the money.
Mm,
I've been chasing the money this whole time. I'm trying to. So what I'm thinking about doing is starting a trucking company and then get some experience and buy a few trucks and try to get some drivers. I'm really trying to build generational wealth. I'm also going to school for cyber security, like at the same time. So it's really difficult. I'm trying to balance this and school at the same time, and it's really hard. But yeah, to answer that question, man, it's usually money.
okay. I mean, shit, I ain't mad at you for that.
Money.
But money is the motivation.
Yeah, man, got me doing all kinds of things. Stuff like shit.
So, are you still on the keyboard?
I am.
Okay.
I'm actually paying for the church, but
Really? Okay.
yeah, man, they need players, but I can't give them all that time because I'm really busy.
Yeah.
Cause I got to learn how to play the songs and all that, and I do what I can.
Okay. So you seem like you very occupied. You're very busy. To a lot of time consuming things to better yourself. But the question we need to know is how far along are you on obtaining the Mrs. D Love?
Oh man, oh man. Can you repeat the question? I think I didn't get the last part. I
I
didn't get the
said,
last part.
how far along are you on obtaining a Mrs. D Love?
Oh man, to be honest, Honcho, I really haven't had the time to do all of that.
Mm, mm.
Really haven't had the time to do all of that. Um, like I said, going to school full time and doing this trekking stuff that literally takes up my whole day. So as far as the dating scene, I haven't really been very active in that department. To answer your question,
Shout
I'm
out to
about to
Miss
be an
Sarah Lou. I
uncle.
appreciate it. You about to be an uncle?
Yeah, about to be
Wait,
an
wait, wait,
uncle.
wait. Ain't your sister younger than you, right?
Yep.
How you gonna let him beat you to the game, man?
So that's the thing, Andrew. Man, look, that shit caught me by surprise. Because look, I didn't even find out from my family. And
Yeah.
I found out from my father. So, way after we go back.
Uh oh. There go Trill. So here's my thing. So are you planning on being like on the road, like long haul, or are you trying to be like local with the truck driving? Like what is your plan with that?
No, I got to be local because that's the only way I can do that in balanced college.
Yeah, that's okay. That's true. That's true. Yeah, that is true. That's true. I was gonna say maybe you find you a rider, man. You find you find you a chick who's gonna ride shotgun with you. Be your driving partner. Y'all go cross country.
Yeah, I mean, hey, man, I didn't hear some stories, man. I didn't hear about some lot lizards.
No, don't
I
get you
got
no
some
lot
friends
list. No, don't do that. That's why you bring your own. You know what I'm saying? You vet her before you let her. You know what I'm saying? And then you take her with you. The lot lizards might do something. The lot lizards will give you something for the long haul that you don't want. So yeah, don't fool with the
and man,
don't
maybe
fool with the
maybe
lot lizards.
Troy can fill me in on that too, man. Maybe I go ahead and pick his brains and see see what it do.
Mm. I don't know. I feel like Trill has dropped several lot lizard bodies along Interstate 10. Just buried them in different states and then just like probably forgot him. He probably don't remember where he buried. I seriously believe Trill is a truck driving serial killer. I believe like most of the serial killers in America are truck drivers because you like when do you have how you gonna catch them, right? They all over the place. It's almost impossible, to keep track and to find out. Like so, that's what I believe.
Man,
Yes,
don't
Trill.
don't get Trill on this line. Don't get Trill on this line going at you, man.
I'm
I ain't
just
gonna be able
saying.
to hold him back. Yeah. Hey, but it's been a while. I'm trying to. What was I?
It
I'm trying to remember the last time I called in. Though. It's
Bro,
been
it has
it's
been
been a
a
while.
it has been a very, very long time. It has been over a year.
It's
I
been
won't,
over a year.
I believe it's been over a year. I don't believe we've chopped it up since I've been here at the house in Katy. I think last time we chopped it up, I was still um I want to say I was still at the apartment. Cause I remember like one of the last conversations we had, I think it was me, you, Trill, and Wink. We're talking about a thing. We're just talking about some stuff. And I think I went to the other HEB closer to that side instead of the one this way. I might be wrong. But I feel like, cause I remember I had that conversation. We were in HEB, but I feel it's been a while. I feel like it's been over a year. You said
Hey,
it's been,
Hunter. Hey,
yeah,
hey, what you say HEB stand for again?
hoes everywhere, boy. Trying to tell you.
Man, now you feel that? You feel that same Hunter?
Yeah, I'm telling you. Oh yeah, shit ain't gonna change. Look, I'm always keep it authentic. Look, I'm telling you, there you go, D Love. That's look. If you trying to find you some, nah, don't do it. Nah, because you can use the method. This is what you do. You want to go find you something. You go to HEB. You go shopping, and you do the basket analysis, right? Then you do the basket analysis because we was talking about that earlier. Women talking about they don't want to cook no more, so you got to go look at the ingredients in her basket. And if she got a bunch of microwavable shit, run. You know what I'm saying? If she got, some fresh ingredients, actual produce and shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you engage in a little conversation, and you might be pleasantly surprised. So, you just that's how you do it. I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, this is what you gotta do. If you're looking for a chick, you gotta go to a place with hoe in the name. Okay, just feel me out. It sounds crazy. Just hear me out. You either go to Home Depot, you go to Home Goods, what is it? Was Ashley Home Store? Anything with the HO combination, usually a home store. Lowe's works, even though it doesn't fit into the technicality. That's where you go find you something, and I think that's where you find more quality women. You don't want to find them in the damn hookah bar because all they do is
I
smoke
got you.
hookah, eat Takis, and twerk.
Hey, look, I'm messing with the advice, Hunter, but I'm chilling.
Yeah, I ain't mad. I mean, you're a busy
And
man, so
I'm not even. Look, I'm not in a. I'm not in a position to be in a relationship right now, man.
Okay.
That's just that'd be too much for me. Probably be too much for her as well. So
Hmm.
I got
Yeah.
I got bigger dragons to play. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Yeah, because like I say, especially with you being that busy, man, chicks take up a lot of time. And she gonna be, you don't need nothing else pulling at you trying to take your time. So yeah,
More busy than I was in the military.
mhm. So how do you feel now? That's actually now that you out and you ain't got those obligations no more. How do you feel? Because I know you weren't necessarily having the best time while you're in the
Well,
military, and I remember you looking forward to getting out. So how you feeling now?
I'm feeling great. I mean, I had a job temporarily, and I noticed a difference. My boss
Hmm.
talks to me like I'm a person,
Yeah,
and it's like he ain't always using his rank. And we're in the military, at least based on my experience, it don't matter how logical it don't matter how logical you are. The person outranks you, they automatically right.
yeah.
And I just it's better now because I have more control over my time, you know, my schedule. I really set my own schedule now, so that's real good to be out.
Good, good, good. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, this is honestly the last thing I expected uh, to hear from D Love. I'm talking like it's been a minute. I don't know. I think I hit you on the gram a while back or something. I can't remember, but I was just like, I was like, man, whatever happened to D Love?
You know what?
And I was just like, man, I'm
I
not sure.
I actually deactivated my Instagram. I didn't
Oh, okay.
deactivate it, but I uninstalled it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I, I uninstalled that on Facebook for reasons.
Yeah, man.
Uh,
I don't blame you. I definitely don't blame you.
I know that I've been the whole. I mean, I feel better since I done it. I mean, the distractions. It really is. Um, I be in the gym, so that uh that's really what I watch Instagram and anything like that for, just more variety and certain workouts. But you know, putting down all that distraction that benefited me.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why you haven't heard from me on Instagram
Okay.
or anything like that. Yeah,
Well,
but
like I say, but the main thing is just good to know that you're doing well, and then just because, like I say, we live in crazy times. Yeah, man, it's been a long time, bro, because we ain't talked during the whole pandemic situation, like none of that. Yeah, it's been a minute, D-Love. It's been a long
you
time.
know
So
what?
I'm good. Huh.
I actually want to. I'm curious as to who is still here
Hmm.
on the Dan and all that. That was
Yeah.
here when I left. I saw Miss Sarah.
Yes.
Um, I see Heidi. I see. What about Miss Grace? How is she doing? Has she been here?
Miss Grace is good. She was here last night.
Oh, you had the show last night. I know
Hmm.
Shirley's here. Link, he obviously still here. Um, man, I don't even want to talk about. I saw one of Wink's videos that he did in the text and man, I feel his frustration. Nah, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah.
um,
Yeah. I would say some folks have stayed around, and some folks, are no longer with us. Some folks kind of pop in from time to time, but I would say we still got the pretty much the core. There's a couple of characters who you know we were just wherever they may be now. So, but yeah, for the most part, we are
I'm
still
gonna see. I see in the Discord though.
yeah.
He's still coming around. Yeah, so I'm gonna be in the chat.
Okay, okay. Well, D
Yeah,
Love, man, look, I'm telling you, like I say, man, you made my evening. Is good to hear from you. It's like I said, hearing from a long lost friend, man. It's good to know you doing well. It's good to know that you are all right. Like I say, yeah, we still here rocking, man. So shit, it's just I'm just glad to hear from you. So
oh, hold on. One more thing. One more thing before I get off the line.
yeah,
Yeah, I heard about your plans with this pistachio. Uh,
yes.
you know, about making it more interactive with the stream. I think it's a good idea,
Mhm.
but I ain't gonna lie to you, Andrew. My call is gonna be brief. Ain't nobody gonna be throwing me off the line. Ain't nobody-
That's funny because I didn't think about that. People that is gonna make people want to let me hurt me say what I'm gonna say. That I don't want to get hung up on. That's actually pretty fucking funny now that you mention
it is.
it. Okay.
I ain't gonna lie. If I'm talking to you mid conversation, like, what do you love? The people have spoken. I'm gonna have to. I'll laugh. I ain't gonna lie. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Well,
I
man,
mean, just do what you do, man. I think it would just make it a lot more entertaining.
definitely, it's coming. Like I say, as soon as I get the little issues to connect right, and everything is just right. Like I tell you, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a real good time. So, yeah, I think you'll be all right. Though. I don't think you have to worry about it. Trill might do something bad, but other than that, I think.
All right, man.
All
I'm
right.
gonna be in the chat if somebody else call later.
All right, well, that's a bet, Mr. D Love, man. Great to hear from you, man. Like I said again, I'm made my evening, and yeah, man, we're chopping up and chatting in the Discord after the stream.
All right, bye.
All right, man. That was very unexpected. I tell you, man, I fucks with y'all. Then, folk, I love you. I really, truly do. It's just that's crazy. That's crazy. Now, who was last time? Because we had somebody a little while back that came back that we hadn't heard from in a while. And it's always good though, because the thing about the den, especially some of you newer folks who are kind of, just kind of, fucking with it and kind of see what's going on here. So like, we talk a lot of shit, period. Like even as much shit I went in on black women and all that. I love black women and I don't care who you are. We can have a conversation about anything. When I speak in generalities, I'm speaking on behaviors. I'm speaking on actions. But when it comes down to having a conversation with the individual, I'm always going to give a certain level of respect. Now, if you start displaying those actions, behavior, and you let that override sensible conversation, and you got to get in your ass. But as far as, my personal beliefs about things, this is just what I'm speaking on, whether it be the alphabet stuff, whether it be all that. But I always have respect for the individual because, there's always nuance to things. But we are a community, man. Like I always say I don't look at this like a channel. I look at it like a community. And shout out to Miss Lovely Sarah Lou. I appreciate the support. And it's like, so if you kind of new around and you're trying to feel it out, like this is just how we rock. We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Sometimes we may talk about something and the stream gets completely derailed and we talking about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with it. But I look at us, like I said, we've been doing this for some years. We are definitely a dysfunctional family. Well, what's the motherfucking deal? Who do we have calling into the den this evening?
Hey, I lied, man. What's up, bro?
What's up, my nigga Dan? Well, shout out to Dan. Look, don't let them try to oppress you, Dan, man. You call in whenever you want to, man. What's on your mind, man? How you doing this evening, Mr. Dan?
I'm doing all right. Trying to set up my Bluetooth right now. Give me one moment, sir.
Okay, all right.
Fucking the old-fashioned way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You know what? Fuck that shit. All right. I'm doing all right, man. Just doing a little studying earlier. Now I'm just playing this Elden Ring, being washed. That's basically it right now.
So yeah, everybody talking about. I'm a like I said, that'll be my next adventure. Actually, I think Xbox got like a spring sale going on. I need to see if the shit might be on sale. I might be able to catch a deal.
It might.
I'm gonna have to check it out because it's just too much conversation around the game. I'm gonna have to be a bandwagoner, jump on it and see what's going on with it. Hey, Miss Tisha, how you doing?
Hey, it be your money's worth, bro. There's like a lot of replayability in the game, and that's something to look for nowadays. Not some shit I can get in the weekend, and I spent $60 on it. It's got it for weekend. It's a fucking waste of money.
Oh yeah.
Well, you might like it. It is what it is. That's the reason we're reading first. See what's up. But the subject, black man, you have no allies. Yeah, yeah.
Dire situation.
Yeah, definitely. At this point, I see a lot of the media nowadays, especially like a lot of these. So Netflix is really good at it. Like a lot of like the lead male characters, they're in some stage of homosexuality. Either they're bi or they're gay or they're trans. That's just kind of the. I'm not reading the chat. I'm gonna leave the chat alone right now. Except for Kenobi, what's up, bro? Sarah, how you doing? Shout out to y'all, man. Let's see. I just like regular like black men. It's like, you know, no one cares, unless you get murdered, then they put you on a T-shirt. But it can't be a black person murders you. That's a stipulation. It has to be a white cop or someone get passed for white cop. And then, they'll care about you so they can get money off you. I mean, Jesse Jackson and Sharp been doing it for years. They just switched titles to BLM. That's just like the new race hustlers. That's all. And people like Sean King, who's clearly a white man, it's amusing.
It's a
It's
pass.
just a race hustle. Yeah. Shit crazy.
That's why they don't teach that in college. They should teach race hustling in college. Like, it's a very lucrative
They do.
job. Oh, okay. Oh.
Oh, they do. They do it as the Office of Diversity and some other shit. But it's a hustle. That's all. It's a motherfucking hustle. Yeah, man. Like I said, man, I ain't trying to be on it too long. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. When it comes to like representation in media, I find that amusing too. Like, we're just not black people and this and this and this and this. But when you look at the population of America, we're what, 11%, maybe less now at this point. Like, the numbers are dwindling with the amount of abortions, murders. Luckily, these baby mamas keep popping out kids like the Queen and Aliens. So luckily, our population's staying up. If that offended somebody, well, hey, too damn bad. I don't even care no more. I mean, do people expect like black people being everything? No, black people don't. We don't live like everywhere in the country. I just don't get it. Like, like it's 10% of the population, but we have the overrepresented and everything. I find that amusing. But of course, when we get represented, it's not indicative of the majority of black men out there. It's some gay dude or some repeat felon or some shit. Pookie, trying to get his life together. That same old shit. Just what happened to Rock? What happened? I ain't gonna say Bill Cosby because we know what happened with that one. What happened to like those men? You know what I'm saying? Like in media and shit like that. Rock was a great example.
Yeah.
I miss those shows, man. Like, you actually get together with your family and watch it and learn some stuff.
Even with Bill with his bad stuff, though, I mean, it was still good because, my thing that I push that we as black folks, we watch more TV, we watch more, we consume more entertainment than anybody. And that shit, it's crazy how that impacted. When you had the Cosby Show, people were wanting to be better. When you had a different world, the HBCU's black college rates went up. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird how that impacts us. And I think people realize that, those certain groups, and we know who controls the media. And once they start taking that kind of stuff off TV, they took that off TV. Positive blacks. Oh, hell no, they're doing better. Not on my watch, And so they pull that out and they feed us this reality TV crap, giving us Black Chinas and all this other shit. So yeah, man, that's
and Flavor Flav.
Yeah,
that guy looks like a piece of beef jerky left underneath the couch for 2 weeks. Fuck
bro. Flavor Flav is the reason I really stopped watching. Like, when I remember this, it was whatever year. The second season of Flavor of Love happened, and they had like a casting call, and they showed what they were like. The girls were going through the questions that they were asking them, and I'm like, dog, this shit is so fucking embarrassing. Like, I watched the first season, I was all in, all this shit hilarious. That's all that. I'm like, dog, this shit is embarrassing. This shit is like, and it's like a switch flipped in my mind. I wasn't on the full on the political train and type of stuff I'm on now, but just the way that like y'all made monkeys of yourselves to be on this show, and like what y'all went through, and y'all willing to, I was like, I can't watch this shit. And that's when I was done with MTV, VH1, BET, like all of that shit, like any kind of reality, any kind of just TV mostly as a whole, war show, like all that. I was like, I'm done. There's no way. It's like that. It seeing that little casting call thing did something to me. And then what was the bitch shit on the floor? One of them, like, dog, come on, like, come on, man. It's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
That was wild.
Yeah.
Yes, Mickey. Yes, that happened. That absolutely happened. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Like, this is a health hazard, but whatever. I mean, look, I'm not gonna say that's indicative of black people, because people will literally prostitute themselves for a chance of fame, not a guarantee, at least a chance of fame. That explains why Harvey Weinstein got so much ass in Hollywood. I mean, let's be honest here. Now, I'm sure he definitely took advantage of some young woman who didn't know any better, but some of them did. Absolutely. But I'll leave that alone before I get called sort of a enabler of abuse or some other stupid shit. I don't know. I didn't suck dick to get an award. I can say that right now. That's not my problem.
Yeah.
Anyway, in terms of black men, I'd say we need to stop looking towards entertainers for any sort of morals and morality, because they just go by whatever their manager says, and their manager gets their orders, marching orders from their executive for whatever office they work at. Stop. Just turn off the fuck idiot box. The majority of media out here is bought and paid for. The narrative has been controlled a long time ago. Yeah. So
Dan,
I would say what's up?
I got a question for you. Pardon me being rude interrupting you, but I thought about this, and this is something I would love to hear your opinion on, because you're so well versed in these things. What are your feelings on this attempted blockade of Elon Musk from trying to buy Twitter? First he was the largest. Well, I think bought 9.8% or something like that. Became the largest shareholder. Attempts to want to buy the whole thing, and then Vanguard steps in and buys more shares. Now they're the largest shareholder, and I think it was the Saudi guy who was trying to block him from being able to buy it. And you got people like losing their shit on that. So what are your thoughts on Elon and this move that they're trying to do on him?
I didn't know about the Vanguard move until you just told me. Let's see, what is Vanguard a majority shareholder of? Look at the majority of, you can look at Yahoo Finance. In one of my classes right now, my professor, Arabic gentleman, I forget his name at the moment, but he showed us how to look at a bunch of stuff. And I did my own research. I started looking at these majority shareholders in large corporations, Vanguard or BlackRock, Vanguard or BlackRock, Vanguard or BlackRock. That says something to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something going on here. I'm too stupid to see the long-term goals. I'm just some nigga from Norfolk. I don't know shit. But and so Vanguard bought the majority shares before Elon could.
Elon, I want to say a couple of days ago, he bought what? He spent what they said, like 46 billion, 26 billion or whatever, and he bought basically right under 10%. And then he put the proposal out. He made an offer, I think, of whatever, I forgot what the total amount was, to buy Twitter in its entirety. And then, like I said, there's a Saudi guy who's one of the large, I guess, board members or whatever. He's like, he wanted to block. He's like, he wasn't with it. And then, a couple hours later, you find out Vanguard now has bought more shares, and now they have like 10.3%. So it's like 0.5%, maybe a whole percent more than what Elon has. So now that makes them the largest shareholder.
You know what? Vanguard and BlackRock, they have this whole ESG thing. Environmental, social groupings? It's a lot of these major corporations are following this ESG rating. Disney, some of these other entertainment moguls and stuff like that. And that tells me something. That tells me that there's an agenda going on here where everyone has to be on the same page. These massive media outlets, entertainment outlets, I was hoping Elon would buy it just to troll people. That'd have been very amusing. I did post something earlier about the massive cope these progressives were having on the twatters about, oh my God, Elon, billionaires should be owning everything. Dude, everything you do right now, everything you go to get your little frappuccino at Starbucks, a billionaire owns that. When you order some on Amazon, that bald-headed Dr. Evil-looking motherfucker owns that. The Washington Post, New York Times, that Jeff Bezos owns that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the fuck, dude? So you hate billionaires so much unless it's one who allows you to spew your social feces all over the fucking internet. You're fine with that if you can talk about how many pronouns you have and how you support every fucking sexuality there is, including the degenerate ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. It's insane. But I tell you what, people are scared to unban certain people from Twitter if you became the majority shareholder. I mean, let's just keep it a buck here. Absolutely fucking insane. Insane. But I don't get on Twitter, so I don't give a fuck. Fuck them. Fuck them. I don't care. But it is good to know that what was their, I want to know what is their excuse for jumping in at the last minute to buy these shares? Is there something that they're hiding from the public that maybe if Elon had become the majority shareholder, he would have revealed possibly?
I don't know. Like I
That's
said,
what I think it was.
I think that people are really afraid, or companies are really afraid of letting the people have an outlet where they can truly speak freely, because then people will see how their
Manipulated.
cohorts truly feel. Yeah, they'll be, how they're being manipulated, how they're being flim flammed, if you will.
Yeah, you got almost say that, yeah, man. Yeah,
But
the
yeah,
flip player, man.
and that's what it is. So you say,
Yeah.
like you said, those people who were crying, well, free speech should have limits. Well, it's not free speech then. It's limited speech. Like, if you talk about putting limits on things, like, look, I'm a firm believer in speak your mind. And if it hurts some people, those people need to take that information and better prepare themselves with that information as best they can, or whatever it is. Like, I think you should have full access to how people feel, how people think, and all these things. It helps you become better suited for the environment you're in. But other people would rather have this little cloud of safety and this illusion of protection. And then that's when you get the niggas like old buddy up in New York, who, spewing whatever he's spewing, and he get to doing whatever he's doing. And that cloud gets
Uh-huh.
burst wide open because you're not living in reality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's kind of sad to hear that, man. I was hoping Elon would have just trolled hella people, but no, don't worry. I guess the secret's safe. Vanguard did their job. They kept whatever secrets Twitter hiding safe. Uh, it's a little depressing. But like I said, I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on the vast majority of social media. Fuck these people. Double fuck them. Oh, Ed Buck. Yeah, I've heard about Ed Buck. John from New York informed me earlier. They should have arrested him earlier when at least two of the black men would be alive. It went for his drugging antics. Now, I'm not trying to blame victims here, but a lot of those guys knew what this guy was doing, and they went back to him for money, I assume. There's a lot of young black, and that's tragic. I think that's tragic. I'm glad he's going to prison. He must have ran out of money.
Hmm.
I don't think he'll be in prison that long. Either he'll die or maybe he'll get Epstein. There's a possibility. I'm sure he has some secrets on some donators. Some people he's donated to. He was a massive political donator for certain parties.
He'll probably have a
But
good
yeah,
old
fuck him
time in
too.
there. That seems like an
Oh yeah.
environment he'll thrive in. So
Oh yeah.
he'll be
Yeah.
a-okay.
Oh, speaking of degenerates in prison, what was that one story about the transsexuals in the female
Oh,
prison? You know, like two of the females pregnant or some shit like that. Like
yeah.
this is
Uh,
what happens when you
that
deny reality. This is the kind of shit that happens. It's
and
fucking stupid.
that's crazy, right? Because, I would think that this person is trying to pass off as a woman, right? And you in there getting jiggy. So
Mm-hmm.
where does biology play a role in this whole equation? Like, I'm curious. And did you see the other one though too?
What's
What was it? What was I thinking? The Australian or somewhere where the person is claiming they identify as a baby. There's a trans
Oh
person who
god.
identifies as a baby. They should have like some kind of crazy special treatment. Like, it's some wild stuff going on. Like,
Oh yeah,
it's
Kenobi posted that. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't look more into that. I apologize,
Mhm.
Mr. D. Man, oh man, this is insanity. The fuck. And there's one in Scotland. I give up. I fucking give up. I'm done. I'm done. I just people keep enabling this complete denial of reality. This is bad. This is bad. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, stay out of prison. If I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Just don't get locked up, man. Either be good or be good at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
But
Like,
yeah,
this is a game. If something ever happens, and I'm that's what I'm doing. I'm just like, fuck. Hey, you know what? I'm all the LGBT. I'm deleting all. Well, I'll probably be in jail. Won't be able to delete the video. I'm all the LGBT. Send me to the female. I don't know, bro. You don't want to. Female prisoners are probably worse than refined nines. That's a dirty
yeah.
deed. I don't know. Let me rethink this whole thing real quick. It's a wild world we live
Yeah, man. Well, let me get back to the point real quick because I'm gonna hang up a little bit. Yeah, man. I just want us to go back to but it's a two-part thing. There are people outside of our community making money on our dysfunction, absolutely.
But I remember, I think it was one of the pro-black activists in the '90s. He spoke to a rapper, and the rapper was like, "I want to put out more positive music, but people ain't gonna buy that. They're not gonna buy it. Not nowadays. The culture's been so engendered to support violence and dysfunction. They're not gonna rock that shit." I think one of the people who came close to that was Lupe Fiasco. He talked about some real shit, but there was some. I like Lupe Fiasco. I just like when he called out Obama for being for getting Nobel Peace Prize, even though he bombed more brown people than the other presidents I could think of. How do you get Nobel Peace Prize for bombing people? It's insane. Yeah, Ty. Yeah, you can't talk about Jesus. Exactly. Yeah. They put him on TVN or some shit at the CBN network. What the fuck? With Jan Crouch and shit. So Lil Nas, let me get this straight. Lil Nas X can the whole video with Satan and the blood in the shoe and shit like that. The biggest trouble he got into was that he used the Nike shoe, which is okay. I understand copyright infringement. Kanye can't talk about Jesus and shit. And look, I'm not really religious. I think it is what it is. That's how I feel about religion and a lot of things in general. And y'all about to overdose on these black pills I've been slinging straight up. I've been slinging rocks, man. I'm slinging it like them pharmaceutical companies sling fucking Oxycontin and fentanyl, all other shit they're slinging. Fuck y'all. That's how I feel. Yeah, fuck y'all. I said it. But to be honest, I don't know, man. It's just hard to get a gauge of like what's reality. I'm not what's reality, but what like actual factual truth in this world, because everyone has an agenda. No one can just tell the objective truth. That's fucked up. I'm glad I'm older where I can smell the bullshit, but a lot of these younger people, man, they don't know what the fuck's going on. They are blind. They are blind. And I worry most about black people. I didn't mean to interrupt, sorry.
No, go ahead. No.
Because when I look at different cultures, I see our culture, and as you said before, very eloquently, so entertainment focused. Always gotta be flashy and shit. Just, I don't know. There's a show I watched one time. It was called Boss. It was a show on Stars. And Kelsey Grammer was the mayor of Chicago. It only lasted 2 seasons, but that show was good as a motherfucker. Because he was corrupt as fuck. He was a Democrat. And like, dude, he handled business though, bro. I mean, he said he's a bad man who does things for a good reason that way, to get shit done. And there's an alderman that he was talking to, and he mentioned how like every ethnicity in this country operated a certain way when they first came to this country. They represented more of their own nation. They flew their flags a lot, but then over time they started to appreciate America more and started to become more American minded. The only exception to that was black people. Like black people were like the only exception to like that whole rule about immigrants coming to this country. And I find it interesting you said that. This is a Mexican guy speaking. I started laughing. I was like, why are you the exception? And that's just like one of many little droplets that formed in my mind. Why are black people the exception to a lot of things? Like, why can we not be held responsible for actions, and especially criminal actions? We can't be held responsible for that. Like, it has to be some sort of genetic trauma that instilled in our DNA from the days of slavery. Even though people who suffered possibly worse than us, longer than us, they've started past that. I think removing responsibility from somebody makes them a child. It makes them your slave in a sense. And a lot of people have been sucking on that nipple of dependency for a very long time. That was a weird analogy. I apologize.
No, that makes sense.
Only the finest breast milks. Yes.
And it's time for some major weaning. They need to be weaned.
Man.
Like I say, it's just But the thing you said about the youth too being, it's unfortunate is them not knowing. Is also by the time they get to our age or the age where maybe you became more enlightened about things, they won't have access to the same information because you have these people who are actively suppressing it, actively removing it or whatever it may be. And if you say certain things, that's what I'm saying. Now they talk about, I think Ty said it, info is violence. Words, that's violence. Anybody who says, a person having a conversation is violence, a person having a conversation has never experienced real violence. No person who has experienced actual violence, whether it be, you involved or you on the scene when that shit happened, Tell one of them
Oh
people
yeah.
who that nigga shot up in Sacramento the other day. Tell him, oh, conversation is violent. No, getting shot is violent. Getting your ass whooped is violence. Getting your shit bombed is violence. Like there's real
Yeah.
violence. Violence leaves a mark. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't just make you feel I
Hell
feel
yeah.
bad. No, violence leaves a mark, and that's what I'm saying. We've gotten to the point where we've allowed these motherfuckers to water down words and just say shit, and we've let the lunatics have too much say so, and if we let the minority have sway over the majority, it's the dumbest, most ass backward shit ever, and it's very unfortunate, man. But here we are.
I firmly believe there's reasons for this. Well, one, the inmates running the asylum, but who's running the inmates? Someone's running these people. Whoever they get the marching orders from, there's a sick agenda here. And I'm, like I said, I'm too stupid to understand the full-on grasp of it. I have a few ideas, but I'm not going to say out loud because I'm not trying to get your channel banned. I mean, they're very. The technology's gotten to a point where it's like information control. I'm reminded of that game again, Metal Gear Solid, the Patriots and information control and nanomachines and shit like that. It's a little far fetched at that point. Yeah, that's like a more futuristic modern day. But still, the whole notion of information control, silencing people through intimidation, shit like that. This has been repeated throughout history, by the way. I remember someone said that. Gina Carano said something similar to that, and she got fired from The Mandalorian for saying something similar to that. What's happening now? And she was right. But her co-star can call a whole group of people Nazis, and he's fine. See, information control. It's funny. It's absolutely ridiculous. So, hey, look, fuck this shit. Fuck Vanguard. Fuck Twitter. And fuck the image that black people have right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, a lot of us are buying into it. What makes me hurt the most is that there are black people who are capable of more than they're currently doing right now. They can be better people. They can break that chain of violence and abandonment and depression. They can break that. But there's something that's not allowing them to. Maybe it's the image that they feel they have to be a real nigga or a boss bitch or what is the other ignorant shit that's been floating around that's floating around this culture for decades. We're capable of more than that. I firmly believe so. I know some people think like, oh, black people just genetically disposed to this shit. No, we're outdoing white people at one point in this country. That's a fact. And something happened, something involving a certain political party and certain agendas and certain civil rights and all this other foolishness. Maybe segregation was a good thing. As long as it was actually equal, maybe it was a good thing. I mean, is Little China a bad segregation? No, China's absolutely fine having a Chinatown, as far as I'm aware of. Yeah, I think maybe segregation, bad practice of possibly decent idea. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said that. Maybe people need to go back to group economics. Maybe that's the thing. Possibly. But I'm sure someone in the chat, oh, here comes this coon again. He sounds like a white boy. Oh, he not nigga hit his mama. Honestly, just go ahead and put it in there. I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah. Black pills aplenty.
It's funny because they only can use those same comments. It's never that they can dispute what you say. It's never that they can, challenge, what you mentioned with any kind of fact. It's just personal attacks and same old shit. And what does my mother being black have to do with anything? Obviously she is, if I'm this, like just, nonsensical statements. And again, and what we're speaking on is behaviors, but the way people embrace these behaviors as if it's a part of them is the problem. Like you can change. You don't have to be these things. These are not inherently black activities. The media has convinced you that it is. Right. It's convinced you that you're only capable of this, and you buy into it. Then the only other people who are telling niggas that they can't is other niggas, is other black folks, like, because they believe some shit somewhere down the line, and they just keep perpetuating the shit. They pass along to their kids. The white man holding you down, got his thumb on you. Yeah, that one nigga, he built something and made a bunch of $1 million, but the white man holding down the rest of us. But you could be a rapper, you could be a athlete, you can be all this some old low percentage ass shit when you have the opportunity to be anything, man. But again, like I think as far as I think we kill our kids' dreams at a young age. And Broderick said something to it that was probably one of the first conversations we had when he talked about how he wasn't a fan of saying, telling black kids you got to work twice as hard to get the same effort. you know, because that instills something in them that, almost like whatever, no matter what you do, you're not going to be good enough. And that's not true, bro. Especially nowadays. Like, motherfuckers get fucking celebrated for the most lowbrow ass shit. Oh, he was a fentanyl addicted dope fiend, but let's give him 5 statues and give him a golden casket. Let's parade him around. Let's give him 7 funerals. Like, you can get the most lowbrow shit, dog. Like, and they elevate you as though you've done something amazing. And here we are.
Yeah. Low expectations, low results.
Mm-hmm.
The bar so low, you can just step over it. I mean, fuck it. At this point, that's why like a lot of these high class Ivy League universities, they're upping rates of admission for certain ethnicities and excluding other ones. I keep going back to this because it's infuriating. So the people who get excluded, they get fucked over, even though they clearly demonstrated they have more than enough capabilities to handle an Ivy League university. And the people who got admitted there, sure, their admissions are great for that year, but how long did they last? The fuck? And yeah, so, but that's cool. Hey, look, as long as it looks good, doesn't matter the long-term results. That's why a lot of these cities are fucking terrible. Baltimore, Detroit, St. Louis, they have some of the same people, the same dumb-ass ideas with the same results. These same people were screaming to fund the cops last year. Crime went up. Now 2 years later, we'll refund the police. Why did y'all defund them in the first place? You should have maybe shift the resources to more training, which would probably cost more money in the first place. You know what? I'm surprised y'all ain't black pilled either.
I think I might be. I think I'm like, if not, it's a very dark brown pill. Like I'm pretty close. I always try to figure out like where it's just I'm at the point where I've lost hope for others. Like I still have hope for myself, and I think as an individual, but like as a community, a colored community collective, triple C's, nigga. A colored community collective. It's a wrap, dog. Game over. Hand the controllers to the next nigga. You know what I'm saying? You got housed. Get off the sticks. Like that's where we are, and it's just like, man, because shit. Even the little gentleman that just came in here, I think, and it might not be a gentleman, could have been a chick. Jokingly referenced the Heidi thing. It's always funny when niggas come in here and Heidi does whatever Heidi does, and people are like, oh, you let her be a mod. Like, one, it's my channel, so obviously she's there for whatever reason. I don't know. But she's there. And I make the joke about she's a staple of the dead, and plus she gives me her OnlyFans free. This person that took that seriously, like, instead of entertaining and seeing what is really going on and reacting non-emotionally, they let that get them fired up, which is a weird thing. That's why I say we don't take the time to really see what's going on. If it's immediately don't fit our agenda, it must be terrible, and it's got to be bad and ban it, and it's just, I don't know. We just done. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're done as a whole. It's just like we can't see anything. Like it's got to be black. It's got to be all black. And then we talk about what's really going on. We got to talk about that. Why you got to mention that? Like, there's when it comes to talking about the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Because what niggas don't realize is that, like with the San Francisco thing where the dudes are, we're not going to show mugshots anymore because it's disproportionately black and Hispanic. Well, maybe it's disproportionately black and Hispanic motherfuckers committing the crimes. Like, and what communities do they live in? They live in our community. So who's going to be the victim? Who's going to be the one that's going to suffer? It's going to be you or I or, whoever else lives in that community, or whatever, the kids in that community, the elderlies in that community. That's who the problem is. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to talk about it. Let's hide that. Let's act like that's not happening. And you got motherfuckers feeling, again, they're being bamboozled, thinking they cool in their own neighborhood. They more concerned about some white folks who they'll never meet, never see, don't give a fuck about them. They think Trump was going to come down and attack them from the White House. But then you got little JoJo and Peanut on the corner ready to rob your ass. But hey, they just, they all right. They some good. Man, fuck that, dog. Like, let's call it like it is. Let's tell it like it is. And people will be better off, because then let's get back to shaming motherfuckers. Let's get back to raising the standards, and everybody wins. Let's bring back the discipline. Let's bring back all that shit. But instead, motherfuckers are willingly want to be shitty, sloppy terrible individuals, dog. And they just motherfuckers, liars. It's just I get angry thinking about it, and then I just got to calm myself down and say, you know what? I don't even really associate with any of these people, so I don't give a fuck. I think I got some black friends. If they still claim me, I don't know. If they watch, if they still claim me, they probably, I don't know, Honcho's going off the deep end, guys. I think we're done with him. But it just is what it is, man. And so I find it unfortunate, man. It's funny, but it's really sad. But it is what it is.
I have three things to add. Okay, so the gentleman you talked about earlier. Now, look, I can't necessarily blame his reaction to Heidi because Heidi gives people different reactions. The reaction I have to Heidi is anaphylactic shock. So, that is what that is. Two, I'm not fully black-pilled because of three reasons. My nephews and my niece. They keep me, stable, I have to be here to see them grow up. I told myself that promise a long time ago. I got to be here for them, so I can't necessarily just go off the deep end. What I've been doing is just documenting this shit, and I had my friend in the Navy. She's kind of coming around to. I'm not saying she's going to be a card-carrying GOP member. I wouldn't want her to be that because fuck them too. But I just wanted to open her eyes and turn off that idiot box, especially with CNN and that lying cocksucker Don Lemon, and I mean that literally. Which is fine. If that's your thing, that's your thing. Just stop making people smell your taint, bro. Just do that. How about that? Stop salting people's noses with your taint. How about that? Fucking degenerate. And three, actually I forgot three. Fucking, it don't matter. It wasn't important. Just two things. Yeah, one, Heidi's insane, and two, I'm not fully black-pilled. I'm crimson-pilled. I'm between red and black. Yes, absolutely. But that's all I got, man. I've been here longer than I wanted to be. I mean, just because I ain't trying to hold the line for everybody. I apologize about that.
It's all good. You're all good, Dan. You look, the calls are always great. I don't think anybody minds. So, I know I enjoy it. So, don't even worry about it.
I appreciate it, brother. But I'll tell you what, y'all have a good night, man. Shout out to Novi, Sarah, Ryan, what's up? I don't know that guy, but what's up, bro? Infinity.
Same.
D-Love, shout out to that brother if he's listening. Was it Michelle, my baby mama? How you doing, girl? And that's all I got. Yep, I don't need to say hi to anybody else in the chat. I've said enough there. That's a shot at Heidi, obviously. Yeah. I just don't like Heidi. That's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, Dan, I appreciate. I'm glad you broke through the barrier. Even though I know you were saying you wasn't gonna call in, I'm glad you did because, like I say, I always enjoy the calls, man. I always enjoy the conversational exchange, man. And like I say, the way you present your thoughts and ideas, man, it's just amazing to me. And I look forward to having a conversation with you. So I thank you for calling in tonight, sir.
Oh, I got you. Oh, Mr. I'm sorry, I forgot about you. Yes. That's all I got, man. Heidi, let me tell you what you did. Heidi, this is what you did. And it's a very simple thing. You existed. You were born. That's what you did. And that's not your fault. So I forgive you. All right, man. You have a good night. All right. Take care.
Shout out to Dan. Let's wrap it up. Oh, shout out to Dan, man. I'm telling you, I talked to my old lady about the stuff, that goes on in the den and the sauce and stuff. So she's familiar, she's with the regular, so she's familiar with a lot of y'all who've been here for a long time. So I talk about y'all all the time, right? And no, it's so funny. And I was just telling him, I was actually talking about Dan earlier. I was just like, man, Dan is fucking hilarious. He's funny as shit. You got to get it. You got to understand it. But if you're really paying attention, Dan is fucking funny as shit. And because he said something yesterday, and it took me a second to catch it when he said, shout out to Castro's son. And in front of it's just, y'all just got to peep. Dan's quick with it. And y'all really got to be listening. Because he'll throw something in the midst of he'll be explaining something or breaking it down, and he'll just throw something in there. And you just gotta be like, dog, you gotta pay attention. It's funny as shit. Oh shit. Salute to all y'all, man. I fucks with y'all. This is what makes the den so great. This is why it's not for everybody, man. I said it was a Miss Me sighting in there earlier. Shout out to Miss B. But let me put the Discord link in here for those of you who need it. If you're already in there, you should already have it. Man, look. Oh shit. This is a good evening, man. This is a very good evening. You know, I was on my little angry early rage, just mad. The den is great, man. All you wonderful people, all you lovely, amazing people. And like I said, I do appreciate y'all, dog. And there's, you know, what the world needs now is love. Something. I don't know. But anyway, more love in the den, man. I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all so much for being here. We'll be rocking again mañana at 9 p.m. Central. Like I said, we're going to be rocking at 9. I was thinking about maybe doing weekend, well, Friday and Sundays at 10, but I think I'm going to just keep everything at 9. That way I go to bed at a decent time. And if it does on the weekends, you know, well, maybe Friday we can run a little bit longer than normal. Let me get the doggone link. And hopefully, it's been a minute. I need to argue with Ashley about something. I don't know what, but I'm sure whatever it is, we can argue about it. And then I'll ask some questions and she'll never answer them. But it's all right. Still all love. 10 uses one day and generate blank copy. There's been a lot of stuff that is, yes. Tomorrow then, yes. I'm telling you, we rocking. We back rocking on a regularly scheduled deal. Delete all them damn fucking ass on the sink mirror pictures out your goddamn phone and get the Discord. Ashley, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't know. I think you have to go into like maybe your YouTube settings or something and undo them. I don't know how to. Well, I guess I can scroll back and do it. But here's the Discord. Dilly dally. Did you? Oh, well, it still showed it right here. Let me see. No, it might just be on yours because on mine it shows all this stuff. He's already a moderator, so I don't think you can block him. You know, I can just be blocked on yours because he's a moderator on the channel. So, but whatever. Yeah, I do see that the whatchamacallit stopped for whatever reason, but it doesn't show him blocked on my end. But I don't know. Exactly. Well, you know, send them my way. I'll store them on my drive. That way you can, you know, have them on your phone. I mean, have space on your phone, and when you need them back, I'll just I'll send it back. I'll send it back to you. So that way, you know, it's kind of like Dropbox, but we'll just keep them on my phone, right? Strategy, I'm just saying. But here's the deal. Shout out to D-Love, man. It was good to see you, or good to chop it up with you. It's been a minute. We'll slide in the den, been an after party for a little while, and then yeah, being a Discord, man. Beat me there, don't meet me there, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. I thank y'all for being here. Tomorrow, 9:00, back to the daily, except for Saturday. Saturday, you know, gotta have like one day off. So no Saturdays, but Sunday through Friday, 9 p.m. Den shows. We rocking like a cut off stocking. So with that being said, man, I appreciate you. It's been my privilege, my honor. It's HPP, I guess. It sounds weird when you mix it up, but it is my honor. It is my privilege. It is my pleasure. I'm telling y'all. I don't know. Sometimes I come to this motherfucker in a weird mood, mad, whatever it may be, because I was frustrated with some shit that was not cooperating. And just chopping up with y'all, man, always puts me in a better place. So I thank y'all. I thank you, the individual you watching this right now. And nothing but love. It's your boy Ed Honcho. I'm trying to produce. Y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I am out. I am going into the Discord. TV off.